You are listening to the Cresco Wealthcast, and I'm your host, Dimitri. I'm an advisor with Cresco Wealth Management, a division of Wellington Altus Private Wealth. The purpose of this Wealthcast is really to bring those down-to-earth conversations that we're having not only with ourselves internally, but also with clients. Just want to bring you authentic, real coffee talk convos that we can all appreciate and understand. You can follow the podcast on Podbean, www.cresco.podbean.com, as well as my Instagram page on the Instagram stories and highlights, which is at the Finance Greek. So today is a very special podcast. It's going to be a little bit of break from the norm that we do that is finance focused. Today I have the privilege and the pleasure to welcome Sarah Allen, who really is the Swiss Army knife of what I'm about to talk about, because there's about a couple different hats: recreation therapy aide, virtual program coordinator, and for what? The Brenda Strafford Foundation. More specifically, what we'll get into is the Rec and Home program that we got. Now, Cresco Wealth Management and everyone on the team here, we are using this as the charity that we support for this year in our initiative. So a little backstory is that we typically will choose something year after year and put our focus towards it, give back to the community. But Sarah, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm inside.
Yeah.
Life's good.
Yeah.
We're not in the rain.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time. You're a hot commodity. Now, we had everyone from the team, that had the free schedule, but booking you in was a little bit difficult because you're just busy.
Yeah.
You're very busy. So let's just start off. Brenda Strafford Foundation, the Rec at Home program. I'll let you take the floor. Why don't we give everyone a little bit of a 411 on what it's about?
Okay. Rec at Home is a virtual recreation program that I developed during the pandemic. So it came out of something terrible, but it was like a diamond in the rough, So it is a Rec at Home program. So you do therapeutic recreation programs from home, exercises, cognitive games, live music. We have lots of fun together. So typically adult day programs and things funded by Alberta Health Services are maximum 2 days a week for people with dementia or mobility concerns to go to in the public. And we wanted something that we were able to bring to the home for people so they can supplement that in-person time and have fun at home.
So one question I have is, you say the pandemic was a big driver, no question. I mean, we're all forced to be at home. Was this happening beforehand? Or was it truly you started it as a result of the pandemic because it had presented itself?
Yeah, so it was not started beforehand. It was the pandemic. The adult day programs closed, and only our direct manager at that time was in the adult day program working, and she thought, well, we got to find a way to bring programs to people at home so they're not bored, they can't come in, or caregivers need respite, things like that. So she called me and asked me to come back to work, and I came back in July of 2020 and developed Rec at Home, which was at that point, it was called Staying Connected, because we wanted everybody in the program to stay connected. And then once the pandemic ended, we had about 15 or so participants and their family members, wives, husbands say, oh, we love this program and we don't want it to go anywhere. So can we use it in supplement to an ADP?
That's incredible. And it sounds like it's been taken off. And then even the presentation we had here, I want to read something that I took off the site that I thought was fascinating. And I believe that the listeners should hear this is, according to Calgary's Foundation report, 1 in 4 adults experience social isolation. In fact, loneliness and social isolation lead to premature death from all causes. It is even stronger. It is a stronger mortality risk factor than obesity, and one researcher having suggested it is the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And what I find so fascinating about your work is that it became because of COVID, as you say, but my goodness, think behind the scenes where I think people sitting at home, not moving, not doing anything, has always been around to some degree.
Absolutely. And not having that social, to engage with your peers, you're sitting at home, you're alone. I think the pandemic showcased a huge gap that we had in our healthcare system, that there were always these people with, mobility concerns. Dementia was too far gone, but they were still living at home, waiting for a place to open up. Mobility concerns. There was so much that people were just stuck in their homes and couldn't get out for a number of reasons. And we were just letting it slide by. Nobody knew. And
nobody knew. That's incredible. Why is the initiative so important today, especially in a post-pandemic era?
I think Rec at Home is so important because it gives an opportunity to those living in the community with disabilities or dementia, an alternate way to engage with their peers in the community, even if they're unable to attend in-person activities for any reason. It eliminates physical barriers, and you don't have to leave the home. It brings the community and engagement and socialization right to you.
Perfect. Yeah, that answers that question. That was well done, by the way. And you're saying you're a little bit nervous coming in. You say, I'm not. No, you're a natural. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Are we filming this, Vicky? Or you got that last one? Yeah, that's excellent. So it's one thing to be an outsider. Say Cresco here, we're in support of Rec at Home. We've seen the presentations. We read about it. We're trying to get involved. Actually, I know Vicky has set up for the team to come visit on site. But when you're working in it, it's a different story. You see the things behind the scenes, any industry. What is it that the general public is unaware of, or things that could be brought to light of what you do deal with on that day-to-day basis outside of just at face value engaging?
I think that what a lot of people are unaware of is that this is not meant, although it was built during the pandemic when we had to replace in-person activities, this is no longer something to replace in-person activities. It's meant to supplement them, and it's so easy to join, easy to use. We have lots of we know that technology can be a barrier for some, but with the appropriate tools and access to the internet, this program can literally be used from anywhere. I've had participants that joined in Rec at Home and went on vacation and joined from Texas, joined from Mexico. I have a participant right now who lives in Ponoka. I've had someone move to Ontario and still stay in the program. It can literally go anywhere, so people take it with them. And
I noticed on the video, and for those listening, and we'll plug in the websites at the end and the YouTube channel, but I noticed on the video how happy everyone was for this to have come into fruition, to the point where we say now there's people that are staying even after the pandemic, to which it was intended. But what does it really mean to them? Like, I see that they're happy, they're exuberant, but what does it mean to the people that are involved now?
I wish that they were here to say personally what it means to them, because that's what keeps me offering the program, keeps the Brenda Strafford Foundation offering the program. It not only directly affects, any participants that are involved daily or weekly or biweekly programs, but it indirectly affects their caregivers, both paid and unpaid. It's a way for caregivers and companions to build a bond together with their client and encourage a stronger relationship. And loved ones, when they join in with their loved ones, their husbands or wives, it gives them an opportunity to play games together and exercise at home, not just work or help with their activities of daily living. And it offers respite care to loved ones outside of ADP visits or any in-person activities.
I think it's very important what you said, and for listeners and subsequently those that review and go on the website, who can get involved. It's not just, when we had the presentation, you see family members, communities, and inherently it really develops its own community online. But I thought that was very important. Can anyone get involved?
Anybody is welcome. And although the program is geared for 55 plus, anybody from any age, all walks of life, everybody's welcome in the program. So our motto is only love in Rec at Home. And anybody is always welcome. And I tailor my programs because it is such a wide range of participants. I've got some further stage stage dementia. I've had people join with their loved ones when they're on their deathbeds, and it's just that weekly music and seeing, you know, the same faces, hearing the same voices again. It's such a social program, and like you said, although it was built during the pandemic, it's just kind of taken off, and it is so social. That social isolation impact that it has. Everybody's welcome. We're so loving. It's such a wonderful group. And I'm really lucky that I get to be a part of it. So
You have not dropped the smile on your face talking about this the whole time we're talking. And we don't have video. I'm sure, Vicky, I don't know if you're recording video or just taking snapshots. I wish everyone, they have to know how passionate you are on this project at Wreck It Home. How do people get involved? Where can they get involved?
So, I mean, I think that we have social media pages. We've got a Wreck at Home YouTube page where you can see the program live in action. We have our BSF website, the bsf.ca/Wreck at Home, where you can go and you can see pictures and testimonials from people involved with the program. And on our website, there is a button to sign up, and then I will see your name and I'll call you within a day, I promise.
I believe that. Yeah, I actually believe that. Let's go through those channels. You mentioned the one website, social media. Do you have social media handles, the official website, the YouTube channel that you want to share with?
Yeah, we just have the bsf.ca/Wreck at Home. And then our YouTube page, if you just go to YouTube and Google Wreck at Home, it should be one of the first 3 that pop up. And then you can see our live sessions. We did a launch party. And then we offer monthly education sessions to community members, or to Wreck at Home participants. So we'll have different community members engage and come in and present to all of our participants. So we've had geriatric dietitians, lawyers join in. We've had occupational therapists, because I think there is a big misconception that because, you know, seniors live in the community and live at home, they can go out anytime they want and find the information or the education that they want. And it's just untrue. So if you're a part of our program for the low price of $25 a month, you can get all that brought into you in the home.
And now you have advisors under the belt.
Exactly.
There we go. So you've named it online. That's where we can get involved, where we can see you. You mentioned that you are out of the Beauview facility.
Yes.
But you have many facilities around Calgary.
Yeah, we have 5 sites in and around Calgary. Yeah. So
now, someone who's listening now, whether they're thinking for themselves or they're thinking for a family member, what's the first step in terms of reaching out? As you say, you'll get to them in a 24-hour turnaround. But they want to learn, they want to go more. Can they just show up, knock on the door, walk right in? Would you prefer that they call, send an email?
So yeah, just go to the website and click and fill out the form to join, and then I'll call you back within like 24, 48 hours and set you up, because everybody joins from home. So you don't go anywhere. You stay at home and you click on the link, right? It's all done via Zoom. So yeah, you can, I simply send the link over in an email, and then I'll send you our activity calendar. You have a look, see what you want to come to or what interests you, and you just click on the link at the scheduled time and join programs.
Love it. See, it's as simple as that. Anything we missed today, anything that you feel that you want the listeners to know? I
pride myself in our live interactive sessions. I hear so often that Zoom is not interactive, and to the naysayers and anyone who begs to differ, I say, please come and check out a program and see how much fun we have and how interactive it is. So everybody, I know that we get these, ideas that when we're in Zoom, only one person can talk at a time. But I think that, sets the stage and just allows like a stage for them to speak. And everybody feels heard and everybody feels, supported and welcome. And it is like a family. I love what I do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, we're excited to be a part of it. Excited. Thank you for taking the time to come sit with us today. We can do these podcasts as many times as you want. Actually, I brought up to Vicky that we should do something live on location. I want to be a part of one of these. Mm-hmm. I'd like to be a part of it and really experience it, because then that way you can really tell people to get an understanding. On the websites, please visit the YouTube channel. Please visit the website. If you did forget, you can always reach out to us, CrescoWealthManagement.com, at Cresco Wealth Management on the socials. And we are helping to raise funds. So if you would like to make a donation and get involved, you can use the link provided in the subject for this podcast. And of course, you can reach out to anyone on our team. Thank you again for your time. Truly appreciate it.
Thank
We
you.
are looking forward to continue to work with you.
Thank you so much.